Yeah.
Um, Al will nod and he'll say, "This is important enough that we'd be willing probably to pay you maybe 7 or 8 thousand a week, as long as you can give us your word and we give you our word that when it comes to the sessions, it's business."
Yeah. Yeah, he says. And he pauses for a moment. He goes, honestly, the part of the price there is because he kind of looks around his dirty room and he goes, I'm kind of sick of living here.
Al will nod and he'll say, "Tell you what," and he'll look at Patrick and he'll say, "Patrick, um, Lee, mind if you give us a second? We step outside the room."
Yeah, yeah, take all the time you want.
All right, step outside
You'll
the
know where
room.
to find me. And then he lays back on his bed and just looks at the ceiling.
And then when they get outside, Patrick, what do you think?
Mila's still in the room with Lee. Just pointing that out there. Mila will walk over and lean over him and just stare at Lee.
Pat should be like, I do have a question. Almost in every circumstance, you raise the price. Isn't that supposed to be the opposite of what we're supposed to do?
Al nods and he says, "In my experience and in my training, if you sometimes throw them off balance and offer a little bit more than what they're willing to take, they'll be more inclined to actually do a good job."
That's like 40, 60. Why not like a 20% increase or something?
I'm fine with
Like
that.
a,
I
a
was
good
just
tip.
throwing out a number. Al's like, I understand the theory behind what I'm doing. I'm not good with money. Okay, I tell you what. First things first. Do you want Lee?
um, I hope he keeps his word. It sounds like he's serious enough about this.
I agree. I do know Lee more than I know the girl. And I do like the idea that Lee would teach us to be an open book.
Patrick nods while like kind of looking to the side in thought.
I'm going to put this in your hands. You choose which one you think would be best because I really know nothing about this. And I'll respect your choice.
Don't fuck up. I can use the washroom. I'll be right back.
Patrick will look like he's in thought for for a good amount, less than a minute, but a good amount. And then he goes, "Actually, I would like to talk to the first gentleman again. I do have more questions for him to fully understand."
I understand, but he seems to said he said it was non-negotiable that he travel south, and if unless we want to leave the storytellers, we have to travel south.
Right. Um, there was something I wanted to do east. Um, there was a all the way at the other side of this large, pretty much east until we hit another ocean, which is pretty far from here. Um, there's a place I wanted to check out at some point, and I'm not saying that we should do that now, but if the other option is good enough, I might want to switch route to there.
Well, the problem with that would be we'd have to travel east and stay east for 8 months, which means we'd probably have to leave the storytellers for if not good, at least semi-permanently. Because he's not going to travel south with us, and he said, I mean, from what the girl said, it would take about 8 months. that's a long period of time to be away from the storytellers and expect to still have a place with them.
Right.
I mean, traveling east, like if we were to check out what you want to check out, we might be able to do that in a few weeks, maybe a month, and that's easy enough for the storytellers to understand. But if we're going to leave for 8 months, that's a big difference.
True. Patrick will look sheepish and is kind of he looks visibly uneasy. And that's about all you're gonna get for a while.
If you want to go talk to him again, I'm all for talking to him. I just want to make sure that we understand from the start that if he's not willing to travel south and we want him to teach us, we will probably have to leave the storytellers.
Right.
But there's no harm in asking him more questions.
Patrick will nod. About to walk out of the area, then spins around and goes back into the room.
Okay.
Mila.
So,
wait.
Lee.
Wait. Before you go, are we going to go ask the guy more questions?
Oh,
I think we're gonna find out in character from Patrick.
Yeah, well, I was asking as Al.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I'm so confused. Why can't anyone
I-
do a voice like Mila?
I know, I make it easy. Oh, shit, I did not make it easy there.
You just give me more.
Shit.
Anyways,
So, do we want to go ask the guy more questions, or?
Yes, we should probably.
no.
Mila.
Hang on, Lee.
Yes, he said, groaning
Lee?
from his bed.
She's, like snapping above his head. Lee, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Just tied 7 on last night. That's all.
You smell badly.
I know everything smells bad.
I want to give you a makeover like Pam did to me.
What? What?
Vila's, come on, let's go back to the behemoth and I'll give you a makeover. You're gonna look so good.
What the hell
Come
is a
on.
makeover?
You're gonna live. We can get some of your fun juice too on our way there.
Okay, I'm getting up.
Lee,
What the
my-
fuck are you doing, Mila?
My favorite,
Nothing.
my favorite fun juice is the one that's on the rocks, but they don't give you any rocks. Isn't that crazy?
Al's mouth is hanging open.
All right.
um,
Lee's gonna say it. No, it means with ice.
Why did they call it rock? Mila will just continue like talking to Lee, like, oh, I don't understand. That's kind of weird.
Fair enough. Okay.
I assume you two are headed to the behemoth then.
Yep.
All
we're
right.
getting the funny juice.
We'll catch up with you guys
Lee are gonna
soon.
get drunk.
Getting a bottle of bourbon.
Yeah,
Well-
getting drunk and doing makeovers.
Oh my god. This is insane and I love every moment of this.
We'll see you guys there, Al says with like a face in his hand. Patrick, shall we?
Patrick will sort of sheepishly nod and sort of meander his way to where the first gentleman that we talked to was.
While they're walking,
Okay,
Al would be
Yeah, sure. Yep.
noticing how Patrick's acting. He'd be like, "Patrick, are you okay?
Yeah.
You just seem a little nervous."
Dude, is I'm not nervous.
Patrick, we've known each other a while, yes?
Eh,
Eh.
As,
Yes.
as far as I'm concerned, you're family to me. And it's no secret that sometimes it is hard to read how you feel. So, let me know if there's anything I can do to help convince you to just be honest with me and tell me how you feel about anything at any time. I'm not going to judge you.
Patrick looks. He stops looking uneasy, and he's going to look at you and go, "What are you talking about?"
Al starts thinking to himself that no one in this group knows what he's talking about. All right,
You know what you should do? You just start speaking like Newzoot. Maybe they'll figure it
maybe. And Al will just put an arm around Patrick's shoulders and say, "Nothing, Patrick. Nothing at all. Come on."
And he'll go to the.
out. All right, so back to the fire department?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Wonderful. To speak with Yandi. Okay. What do you want to ask him?
Al's going to let Patrick take the lead on this one.
All right.
If we do go northeast,
Yeah?
do we have to go directly on the path you're going to?
No. There was obviously some flexibility. As long as you were headed in the northeasterly easterly direction, I would be fine. My end result is to get to Laszlo, but I'm willing to take a long detour to make a little extra money and to teach magic to willing pupils.
Oh, speaking of, what do you specialize in?
Well, I am a ley line walker. I suppose I don't really have much of a specialty, so to speak, with the exception that I am extremely well-rounded. I do tend to focus less on destructive spells and more on spells that can aid or assist others or even myself. For example, granting myself super speed to heal others, to allow to calm their nerves, to exorcise foreign ghosts and objects from an area or from a person, that sort of thing.
Oh. Those all sound very nice. So you're going to an area. Does that mean that we have a limited amount of time to?
Well, I imagine it wouldn't take you. I don't absolutely have to hit Laszlo, like I said, right away. As long as I get there within a year or so, I would have found my time not wasted all that poorly. You would have to be a pretty slow student not to learn the basics of magic, so within a year of constant tutelage.
And he, thank you. That's all the information that I was looking for.
Okay. Let me know if your plans change.
I will do so.
Okay.
Well, Patrick?
I am generally good with any of these choices.
I have to say, I'm probably not, as much as I would love to be taught by him, and he points back to the fire department, I don't think I'm ready to leave the Endless Storytellers, and I don't think it would be fair to Mila and Tom.
We should probably ask them before that, but yeah, I can go wherever is needed.
Okay. Al's like kind of unsure. Who, if you could choose, if there were no conditions or no problems and you just could choose any, would you choose this guy?
Oh, if there was no conditions or whatnot. Patrick will think. there's no conditions. I think this is a well-rounded gentleman who that we can get along with pretty well. But I do like the flexibility of Lee's all around. Can work into any sort of magic.
I agree. And there is something else to consider. Lee wants to charge us by the week, as opposed to the lady and this guy here, I assume would probably be more of a permanent payment. If Lee proves to be untrustworthy, we can just stop paying him and we won't be out 750,000 credits.
Patrick, like he's never really thought of that before. Goes, yeah, it's true.
I was like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I'm leaning towards Lee.
I love this.
Sorry,
Okay.
I laugh. Because I
Laughing
remember it was 2
intensifies.
sessions ago, you're just like, I don't care if it's Lee, I'm never fucking taking him now.
I know.
I love it. I love being a GM. I love it.
Well, and part of it was because I figured that he would just be, pissed drunk all the time. But if he's true to his word, and to be honest, I haven't known him to lie, then, I don't know. Like, the truth of the matter is, a sober Lee, I know as much about sober Lee as I do any of these other people, so it's kind of a level playing field if you think about it.
Yeah.
Out of character,
Mhm.
I don't trust the lady one bit.
Same here. But, yeah.
In character, she would be just oblivious. But the thing, like, even I'm as a player, I want to pick that guy.
Yeah.
Like the guy, and I want to just kind of explore like just east. But like as character, like for in character, he would probably pick Lee.
Yeah, I as a player, I'd like to pick that guy too, but again, it would mean leaving the endless storytellers, and that's not something I want to do, which is sad.
right.
But yeah. Oh yeah, as a player and as a character, I like the endless storytellers.
All right.
But yeah, I guess Lee. So I think the first things first is probably because as a character, Al doesn't trust any girl who likes to use her looks and specializes in charm magic.
You don't say.
So he's probably going to, and we can just add a character this to save some time.
Yeah.
Go back to her, give her extra drink, and say that we've decided to go with another, but she seemed very lovely. And
Aw. She pouts. She pushes her cleavage together a little bit. She's like, are you sure?
and
Resist versus charm. No,
not
just kidding.
even looking down, Al says, I am afraid we are. But you're a lovely lady, and hopefully we'll meet again sometime.
She rolls her eyes. You're dead to her now.
Yep. And Al walks out the door.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so, Brianna,
Yay!
let's get crunk.
Let's get crunk!
So, at this point, Alicia's still gone, so that's fine. You don't have to explain this shit to her yet. But Burn's at the Behemoth. Tom. You're at the
Yes.
Behemoth when the front door opens, and Mila steps through with a bottle of bourbon in her hand, and soon to follow is Lee, who looks like he just got up from sleeping in a pile of garbage, which, spoiler alert, he just got up from sleeping in a pile of garbage. So they're walking through, and they're headed towards Mila's room while Mila is mentioning words about makeover, and Lee is eyeing the bottle hungrily and licking his lips as he gives you a slight wave, a slightly sheepish wave as well.
How's it going, Lee?
Great. About to.
So,
Tom,
what's going on? Yeah.
you should help us give Lee a makeover and drink the special juice.
Oh God.
And Lee looks over to you. Why? What's a makeover? He asks you, slightly concerned now by your reaction.
Oh, nothing. You'll see in a few minutes.
It's not
Do you want me?
Is it? She's
Huh?
not gonna punch me again, is she?
No,
Punch
no,
me.
no, 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 no. She's not going to punch you.
Okay.
She'll just clean you up.
Oh.
And
Okay.
he has this very big grin on his face.
Lee looks at you slightly worried, but he's like, okay. Wait. He pauses for a moment. Listen, I'm flattered, but I clean myself up alone, you know? We're not sharing a shower and none of that shit.
Are you talking to him
Yeah,
or
not
or
talking
Mike?
to you, Mila.
Well, I wasn't thinking taking a shower, but Mila kind of lifts up her arm and smells her armpit. I think I'm okay. You
Okay.
can just give one to you.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay. He's-
Let's get crunk.
yeah, let's just drink. He's like, you know what?
you,
The best way for us, let's just have it. Let's have a drink of that bourbon there. He says. Also, you're like 75 credits short now. It made you buy.
let
half.
me update that. I'm just going to leave them. You kids have fun now, and I'm gonna go back to doing some sword practice.
Okay. Cool. Hi-ya! All right. So, what are you gonna do to Lee, Mila? Are we gonna drink first? Are we?
Yeah, I think depending on how much she drinks and like the effectiveness of it, like she'll start out like maybe trying to like comb his hair or something and like try and like slap his face and bring color to it, like
Okay.
really lightly, you know, like the little like, you know,
Alright,
come on.
yeah. Okay.
But as she gets more and more drunk, she's probably gonna tell him like all about their adventures and
Okay, fair enough. Now, here's the good news. Lee is going. This is the interesting thing. You have your very fast metabolism, and Lee has years of experience in drinking. But bourbon, this is damn good bourbon, and you're both sharing a bottle. So
Mhm.
by the time that is empty, you both will be pretty drunk. The good news is that Lee is very pliable when he's drunk. So he'll listen to what you have to say. He'll tolerate like the combing of the hair and slapping of the thing. He'll probably halfway through he'll get off and get cleaned up in the shower and come back not smelling. So, but you can do like other things to him, like even if it's weird, like
maybe she'll try taking like I don't know. Do we have any paint? Does Tom have paint?
Yeah,
Oh.
Tom would have paint.
They'll paint their nails.
Okay.
I have oil paints.
Yeah, we'll use oil paint. That's
That's
good
not gonna
enough.
stop Mila.
Okay.
Yeah.
What color do you want?
She would ask Lee what his favorite color is.
Favorite color? He says. I don't know.
Mila would show him the samples of paint and be like, "Which color does what speaks to you?"
And at this point, he's pretty drunk. At this point, he goes, wait. You say what color speaks to me?
What color just speaks to you, lady?
He leans over and like brings his ear to the paint, and he dabs his ear in the orange. He goes, "What? They're not speaking." And then
You sure? Maybe you gotta listen a bit closer. Mila like brings her head down too, trying to listen now.
you bonk heads for a moment. And then you go ahead. You can listen first.
Okay. She like slams her head into the paint.
Oh my god, paint goes everywhere. And he laughs so hard he falls out of his chair.
She starts laughing too.
Ta-da! Goes. He goes. You're not. While you're talking about the adventures, while he's drunk, he gets up and he goes. He sighs for a moment. He looks sad for a moment. He goes. You're not gonna run away on me, are you?
What? You think I would? Mila like gets up and she's like kind of stumbles up. Like I would never leave you. You're such a nice person.
Oh. No, you'll run away.
Lay.
He's trying to
Like-
find you. You'll run away.
Come here. Mila like opens her arms like, you know you want a hug. Come here.
Okay, he goes in for a hug.
It's okay, Lee. No, we're one big happy family here. You'll fit right in.
Aw, you know what? Lee cries a little bit.
Aww.
Yeah. But like manly cries. Like he
Yeah.
tears up, you hear a little sob, and then we pull back, he's wiping his eyes a little
Yeah.
bit. He goes like, "Where's more of that bourbon?"
More.
Oh, it's like paint all over his face.
Yeah, there is paint all over his face.
Smudge everywhere.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay,
That would be
fair enough. I
adventure.
think we can end the scene there. Al, Patrick, Tom, when you're done sword fighting, and even Alicia when she comes in, you'll find very drunk Lee, pretty drunk Mila, paint everywhere. He smells better, and they are just goofing off like a crazy.
Snort, giggles,
Sniggles.
sniggles.
On the way to the Behemoth, do we pass through like the Endless Storytellers or close by?
Oh yeah, of course. You bet.
I think I would say, Patrick. I think before we get there and inform Lee, we should probably make sure we know what his accommodations are going to be.
We should also probably.
He's assuming he's going to be here in the Behemoth.
Right? But I'm assuming he's gonna be in his own.
Not. Okay. So you wanna maybe secure another thing. Okay. All right.
But it would be up to Patrick was saying though. First, what?
We should probably, if we're really going to do this, we're going to need to check with everyone first to see if it's okay.
Probably good call.
My thoughts were, since we're already here, is to see if it's something we can do, and then see what everyone thinks. Because the thing is, if everyone's okay with it and we offer Lee the job, we should already know where he's going to be staying. So I'm not saying let's go to Zoe and go rent one now. Let's just see if it's something we can do.
We do have open rooms.
We do, but do we want Lee in the Behemoth with us? What if some of the
Tell you-
party members are on?
I'll make it really easy for you. Not easy for you, but I'm gonna just tell you right now. We don't have
Sure.
to roleplay exact conversation
sure,
with
sure.
Zoe. She'll just because we can just it's in a few sentences, right?
Right.
Because you're looking to use one of their spare trailers. They actually just had to purchase a few extra trailers here, just in case.
Mhm.
They also had to buy a few trucks for additional supplies because this is the last really, really big stop. Because they're going to be next hitting about 3 smaller towns before they head back up to Perrin's Post. They're not looking to add any, like, those are reserved for like emergency situations in case one of the current RVs breaks down and has to be abandoned for the talent.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're interested in adding to it, you would have to purchase your own RV, for lack of a better word, or own place of conveyance, or figure, because they're not going to be hiring Lee.
Right.
They have no interest in hiring Lee as a part of the Endless Storytellers. So since he's not an employee, just a guest, you would have to take care of your guests somehow.
All right.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm. And I assume, just out of character, that such a thing would be expensive.
It would cost. Well, you can also say you would get maybe some quotes. Even ask Zoe, like, okay, well, how much did you have to pay to get yours, right? And yeah, it costs about $150,000 for an RV that of around there, or like a trailer of their size that runs on an electric engine that will like keep up with them, and that has some decent room on it. So yeah, 150,000 credits, for that
Right.
vehicle.
I would point out something else.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody does have to drive that.
Right. No, I was thinking the same thing too. I mean, don't get me wrong. As a player, I love the idea of Lee being in the Behemoth. As a character, I'm not sure if he's going to be getting drunk a lot. I'm not sure Al would want him to be getting drunk around him, but he may not have much of a choice. He would put up with the inconvenience to save 150,000 credits, I think.
There you go.
All right. So back to the Behemoth, I guess.
Great. Wait.
Ohana.
Ohana?
Ohana means family. Ohana means no one gets left behind or forgotten.
Aw.
Ohana.
All right. So we get back to the behemoth, and I assume we find the scene.
Yes.
Patrick, I missed you guys. We had so much fun.
I got a makeover.
I
Lee
can see
looks
that.
wonderful, don't he?
He spins around drunkenly.
Mila claps.
Falls drunkenly.
She
Laughs on
laughs
the
even-
floor.
Don't get
She laughs
dizzy.
harder.
Well, and Al will look to Patrick and say, "Well, we can't really talk business when they're like this. How about we just let them sleep it off and deal with it in the morning?"
Patrick, Mila like stumbles up. Do you want to dance? I can teach you to dance. Watch this. She starts like shaking her arms above her head.
Woo! He claps his hands.
She bows and then just kind of slowly like slumps to the floor and just starts rolling.
If you could see Patrick's face during that, it was confusion to delight to oh. Then he would go. So Tom,
My paints.
They're gone.
they're gone.
They're gone now.
Boosh.
My paints. I'm sorry, that's the best thing you said all night.
What's up, Patrick?
So we've looked through all the candidates, and found an option.
And he's just going to cradle his head in his hands. Let me guess.
We'll give you
Welcome
three.
aboard, Lee.
Thank
We're not sure if
you.
he's.
We.
We're not sure if he's going to be here.
You mean Lee is
Right.
staying? Mila looks super excited. She's like, Lee, let's go find you a room. She's like gonna like stumble up and like pull on his arm.
He starts to get up. He's like, okay, can we pick a room that isn't spinning? So not.
I think so.
Okay.
Hang on. Oh, this one's really moving now.
Yeah.
And Mila kind of stops and looks around.
And Al,
Oh, I know a trick. Just stare at the ceiling, he says, as he starts looking up at the ceiling to prevent the spin.
Al will go to Tom and say, yes. We talked to him when he was more sober, and he seemed to take it seriously enough that we are willing to try it. And plus, it's far cheaper than any other options. The other options we had would have been over 1 million credits. This one, we pay him 5,000 a week for 6 to 8 months. And if it turns out that he can't hold up his end of the bargain, then we stop paying him.
Huh. Inferno, I'm going to do a basic mathematics roll.
Okay. To calculate
Because I
your
can.
brains. Yeah.
Yes.
Because you can.
Because
you have the skill in riffs.
No, I have no idea.
don't
How
know.
much is that going to be?
I'll try. I find out the answer.
Tell us,
Wait.
Patrick. Tell us the answer.
Well, it depends on how many thousands we pay him, and he looks over to Al.
Al actually looks at Patrick and says, given how drunk he is, I'm sure he'll never remember we ever offered him more. So let's say 5,000, 6,000 at the most.
Okay.
5 to 8,000.
So
And it also depends
6
on
to 8
how long
months.
it takes that we get taught. So
Yeah.
if we're not so good at it, year plus. If we are, best guess 10
10 what?
months. So that'd be around 4 weeks for 10 months.
40
So,
times what?
whatever.
Six. 40 times 6.
40 times 6. Patrick can
Yeah, Patrick, I thought you were just
Yeah,
going to give us the answer.
It's
Yeah, I thought you were going to give us the answer.
It's 240,000 if we're good, more if we're not so good, or some sort of price
Wait.
fluctuation.
Wait. He agreed to that?
He did.
That's like a quarter of. Wow, okay.
It is.
Yeah, I'm not mad anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not going to clean this shit up, but
Right.
yeah, it seems fine. I wouldn't mind having him here. I mean, one of the biggest issues one of the biggest
Yes.
issues that
We found the room. It's the one with all the vomit.
Woohoo!
Sorry, go ahead.
one of the biggest issues that I had was him showing up drunk when we were trying to get that whole thing started with Oh Yes. And his whole attitude about that.
Here's the deal.
But
We made him a condition that when he teaches us magic, he will be sober. Period. What he does on his own time, of course, I wouldn't tell him to do any more than I would tell you what to do. But when he teaches us, at the very least, he will be sober, or he will not be paid.
All right. I'm liking this more and more. Are there any other conditions or anything?
Well, not for you particularly, but for Patrick and me, whenever we're being taught, we have to treat him as a teacher and not as a... basically, we have to behave.
Ah,
But that,
Okay.
again, that does not apply to you. Though I would ask that during
Eh.
those times, at least avoid him or not give him a hard time or whatever. the
I
case may
I
be.
think during those times I'll be trying to work on either my guitar lessons, which you need to give me some more of those,
Yes.
or possibly more sword lessons.
That's fine. Oh, and just so you know, he thinks he's training a family member of mine because, well, you know.
Huh. That's going to be interesting to say that's a family member when he's going to be here when
No,
that
no, no,
happens.
no.
No, he won't. We'll make him drunk.
Oh, I won't?
Just kidding.
We'll find
What,
a way.
what's going to happen? We'll find a way.
Well,
Okay.
we can just have him stay on the behemoth.
I thought we were having it on the behemoth.
I thought we were meeting in a cave somewhere. I don't want
Okay.
Nathan coming into this behemoth. Are you crazy?
No! When we meet Irath, the
Eternal.
oh,
Oh,
The Undying.
whatever his name is
we
this
will find a way. Tyrath, the mini title.
Tyreth the
title.
Eternal.
Don't worry, Tom. That is
Yes.
the least of our problems. We'll figure it out.
Uh,
But
it's just something I'm concerned with. Okay.
I understand, and the thing is, it's important. I do want to hear your concerns. We'll make sure we get it dealt with. Look,
Yes.
we're basically asking you to put up with Lee for at least 6 months, so not really in a position to tell you your concerns are not valid.
Look, I don't care. As long as he cleans up after himself, like, I want him to clean this up. I mean, I have to go out and get new frickin' oil paints now, but
That's 90%.
I'll do that
Will's
later
fault.
tonight.
I'm
tonight.
Al's like,
I'm
I'm
blaming
gonna
Lee.
be realistic with you. I'm sure we can convince him to be cleaner than he has been in the past, but I don't think we're
Yeah.
ever going to turn him into... Mr. Clean doesn't exist. I don't think we're ever going to turn him into a very tidy individual, and I think that's something we're just going to have to live with.
Al, I just want him to be nicer and a little bit cleaner. And actually worry about how he is around us.
We will.
That's all I care about.
We will do our best.
Okay. Then I have no problem.
Okay.
I mean, shit, he's giving us a really good deal.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And
Anyways.
and in a few days you'll be old enough to drink with him. I think we're done.
Right. Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay.
End scene.
So we need to speak with a few other people.
Yep.
Alicia's fine with it.
Right?
Doesn't care. And
That-
Pamel?
I guess we're gonna
Oh.
have to speak to her out of character about this.
Oh, actually, I'm just talking to Rachel right now. She just got home from work. I'm going to ask her if she's cool. She wants to hop on the call just for this last bit a little bit.
Oh, cool.
And here, just give me a second. Hey, can you join us in the call for a few minutes?
Mila
That'd
needs
be
face
also
paint
sweet.
partner.
Question for you. And this will be a good time to wrap things up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm thinking, like, next section, really, because I think you guys almost hit everything you wanted to do in New Laszlo, so we might be able to just start you off.
Besides the, drive-by shooting.
Yeah, that's still a thing. That's still an option open. Sure.
Honestly, I think
Mhm.
as a player and as a character, I think Al would just maybe let the authorities deal with her because, like, the whole situation, especially losing Mila, he's kind of contrary to his normal self, not eager to go hunt down mobsters.
She
I
says,
think
go ahead. Go ahead. Rachel will be joining in just a couple minutes
Oh,
here.
cool.
I think in character, Patrick, since he got a talking to by the head authority about letting their stuff take care of this particular stuff and not be the lead whatever majig,
Mhm.
he's probably not that motivated to do that either.
So,
Would
Yeah, I mean,
would Al be
hon-
compelled
honestly-
to tell the authorities about
yes.
said guy?
Yes.
that's
Maybe
what
something.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, Al would
Oh.
definitely, and I was already thinking that Al would and probably go around and we can just, unless you want to roleplay in front of, just like tell them that he was in the Dishonored Priest and he heard, and he, I was involved in the shootout and I was in the Dishonored Priest, and when people were really drunk, I heard it had to do something with these people, or they might have been connected or something.
Hey, you know what's great about the police? They accept anonymous tips.
They
Yep.
do. So Al would give an
Also-
anonymous tip.
Really quickly, Inferno, I
Alright.
have a question.
Sure. I will
About
give
what
you an answer
time-
equally as quickly. I'm just kidding.
About what time is it in the session right now?
We'd assume, I think it's fair to assume that it's probably just before, just after dinner, so between, I don't know, 5 and 7.
5 and 7. All right.
Yeah. Compared to everything that
Um,
we've done today so far. I think
think
that's a
Tom
fair
will want-
assumption.
Yeah, Tom will want to do a really quick shopping trip to try and get some more paints.
Okay, sure, no problem. 5 credits, you got more paint.
Cool. Actually, I kind of want to get both acrylic and oil just in
Well,
case. she
then
wants
that's
do
going to
more.
be 12 credits.
Yeah.
You're poor now. Wait, no, you're
Oh
not.
shit. And that's it.
Ruby.
All right. So, yeah, I think Mila. Okay, Mila's fine with it. Obviously, Nora is not someone you can talk to just when you want to.
I'm about to add Rachel to the
Oh,
call.
boy.
Ruby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we can't just bat phone Nora.
Yeah.
Well, you
Hey!
can flashbanger. Hey, Rachel.
Rachel.
Rachel, my
I'm
love.
sorry. Gone so much, kitty.
I love you.
Hello.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
You're missing.
Kissy
You're
face.
missing Lee's makeover.
Yeah, Lee and Mila got drunk together.
Oh god damn it! I'm so sad. Aww.
Well,
There'll be plenty other things because go ahead.
well, on the bright side, you might get another chance. We want to ask. We're asking everyone in the group. Basically, Patrick and Al want to be taught magic, and after interviewing several people, The choice candidate is Lee.
Oh, beautiful.
So Lee will be staying with us, assuming all the characters agree to it, on the Behemoth for a period of 6 to 12 months.
Oh my god. That is going to be amazing.
So I guess you're cool with the idea. That's good.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Parts are all can't go.
And also, I want to just personally thank you via voice for those lovely Christmas gifts.
Oh
that
my
you
god,
sent.
they were
God,
amazing!
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rachel,
They're
Mike
great.
finally came in.
Okay, good. Okay, I was just going to ask. I'm like, did you get those? Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, yay.
Tell you.
Those were
Yay.
fantastic.
Mhm.
I'm glad you guys liked them. They were
They
fun to
were-
make.
The best. I was totally caught off guard, and they were so impressive.
They were.
Yeah, okay. All right.
But yeah, no, we didn't want to take up too much of your night. I know you just got back from work, so you're probably a little tired. But just wanted to make sure it was okay, and you were around, and we wanted to talk with you anyway. So it's all good.
That's wonderful. Thank you for talking to me. I'm sorry I've been gone so much.
Oh, it's fine. You got things to do. Like I said before, there's always a place for you here, and I can always rationalize Mel showing up. So it's all good.
Okay, cool. Yay.
No, we're not kicking you out. You take as much time as you need. We will before when you made your when we made your character, we made it very clear that it's this. This is what was probably going to happen. So there was no big deal. So no one's upset.
No, not at all.
Okay, okay.
Of course not.
Yay.
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
only bit upset because I miss you.
You're the Steve
Yes.
Urkel of Family Matters. You come in when you want, and it's always great.
Not all the time with Urkel. But I guess we can finish the recording here.
Yes, we shall.
Okay. All right. But we can still shoot the shit.